Hello everyone. Welcome to this lecture on how to write a research paper. I am Dr. Shivangi Dwivedi from Department of Management, Sagar Institute of Research Technology, Bhopal. Let's start the topic how to write a research paper. Why do you need to learn how to write a research paper is the first question. For a student in college, you will be asked to write many research papers, and you need to learn what goes into writing a successful paper. This is the primary requisite for every student because your teachers, your professor might be asking you to write research papers in a lot of quantity. So, this PowerPoint presentation will give you step by step directions on how most high school and college teacher professors expect you to write a basic research paper. So, here are some learning targets. What are we trying to achieve here? Firstly, we would like to try how to choose a topic, how to write a thesis or a research paper in your case, or an introductory statement. Third, understanding the difference between plagiarism and accepted plagiarism, and bibliography and proper format. So, firstly, let's just revisit the term research. Research has been originated from an old French word searcher, which means to seek or search, and it has been prefixed by the word re, which means again. So, researcher word is being made from two words, searcher plus re, that is, researcher. The person who searches again and again is the one called as researcher. It is defined as intensive search with the purpose of becoming certain. So, until and unless the person or a researcher in this case is certain about this data, that person will try to search again and again for the cause of it. So, research is a systematic investigation into reality to gain knowledge. So, let us move on to the actual topic of our discussion, that is research paper. So, structure of a research paper is very important. To write a basic research paper, you need to understand what all are the parts of a research paper. Basically, there are three main parts of research paper: introduction, body, and conclusion. But these three parts have been elaborated as firstly, abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology, results, discussion, conclusion, reference, and appendices. Let's begin with the first part of research paper, that is the abstract. The purpose of this section of any research paper is just to briefly introduce the reader to the aims of the study, the methodology, results, and findings. You basically are writing the summary of your research paper in this. And normally, an abstract can be of 200 to 250 words only. Next comes the introduction. As the word suggests, its purpose is to state a clear and overall purpose of the study, often framed in a discussion of the need the researcher is satisfying. And secondly, to define research questions of the study and to give a brief background of the relevant theory and practice for your topic. The third part of any research paper is the literature review. The main purpose of literature review is to summarize what conclusions have been reached in the research literature and whether different writers agree or not, to highlight main issue and controversies around the problem. So literature review is basically reading all that have been already been done on the topic of your research. Many of previous researchers and writers must have written a lot of literature. So we are reviewing that literature in this topic, literature review. Next part of any research paper is the methodology. What kind of methodology are you using? To demonstrate that you are aware of the research methods used to study this topic and to explain and justify the method of your data collection and analysis is the purpose of this section. Next part is the results. After doing all those data collection, research methods, comes the result. And the purpose of results section in a research paper is to present the findings of your research in an orderly manner using heading planned in your methodology or headings arising from patterns found in the research. And next part is discussion. You might would like to discuss what all are the comments and findings of your research study and would like to show your understanding of what your data suggest and to highlight anything unexpected that came up that you did not expect it to come out of that study, right? And next part of the research paper can be your conclusion. To sum up your findings and highlight the significance of the outcomes of your study, you conclude it in the conclusion section. To discuss the limitations of your study and indicate where further research is needed. And second last structure part is reference. References are those reference materials which you have used in doing your literature review and secondary data study. Normally, we list alphabetically all the reference materials that have been cited in the text of the report. This is your basic inbound duty to mention and thank all those whose reference material you have used in the research study, and you have to properly cite them in the text of your report. Last part of any research paper is the appendices. Appendices are the relevant details such as letters to participants and organization, the questionnaires, surveys, and the instruments that have you used for making the study successful, and the relevant documents like reports, policy, and historical documents. Thank you, students. I hope this brief introduction of how to write a research paper helped you. Thanking you.